Hey guys, it's your boy Anthony.
And it's your girl Raelle.
And we're back at it again with another video. So this video we're doing today is going to be basically talking about reading teens' darkest secrets.
Yep.
And deepest secrets.
Reading teens' deepest secrets.
But I don't know for you guys, but for me, I already know, like, you know, that's going to be kind of intense. And it depends on who's reading it. I think that's if my mom is reading my deepest secrets.
Well, you said it was gonna be kind of what?
Weird, like, cause if my mom, like it depends on who's reading it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like it's a deep secret for a reason. You wouldn't really want anybody reading it though.
True, but if anybody was to read it, I want to make sure who's reading it. Yeah.
But it should be interesting though. Like, so we'll see. You know, what are their deepest secrets?
All right, so let's get into this video.
Let's
see how it goes.
It says, the following episode contains discussion of sensitive subject matters such as suicide, self-harm, and sexual assault. Man, this is going to get deep.
Yeah, it is. But, yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ready? All right.
In my school, a girl wanted to commit suicide. A lot of people, including myself, were laughing because we thought that she was joking. She ended up doing it. I regret it.
Can you pause it? That's crazy how that intro started. But yeah.
I feel like situations like those are like happen a lot because I feel like in middle school, high school, but especially like middle school, when other people, like when, you know, your peers and stuff will say things like that, like suicide and so like they don't wanna be here anymore. We don't really take it that seriously. Everything is always a joke in like middle school and high school, but like in middle school I remember everything was really like a joke.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I remember there was a time when there was a student in my class, actually in high school, and she came, like, we was pretty close, but I started realizing she did, like, you know, come to school anymore. I was talking to her one day. She came to class. I was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, I don't feel like talking. I'm like, like, what's up? Let's talk. And she's like, to be honest, I don't think I want to be here anymore. She was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I was like, yeah, me too. I don't want to be in class. You know? But she's like, no, that's not what I mean. And then I was like, what's going on? She's like, I don't really want to talk about it. After she said that, the teacher came and started talking to her for the whole class period, guys. Like, we're just all in class, chilling. And the teacher just talking to her for like the whole period. So I was confused. I'm like, but I was sitting next to her. I was trying to listen to what they're saying. But then again, I'm like, that's not my business. So then, like a week later, I talked to her and she told me that teacher that was talking to her, they were having sexual relations. And she wanted to stop it. That's why she didn't go back to school.
The teacher was a guy.
Yeah. So it was a guy teacher. And basically, like, she told me how he was touching her and, you know, and she was telling me.
And he spoke to her the whole period?
Yeah, and she was like,
I thought she was going to tell me something like the teacher, like, talked them out of it.
No, the teacher didn't talk them out of it. But,
wow.
You know, he kept on, like, I guess she felt uncomfortable and that's why she wasn't coming to class. But at the end of it, you know, we ended up talking, and the only reason I found out was because of her. Her story wasn't in the news, but there was another girl's story with the same professor. A teacher was in the news. But yeah, when we talked about it, she was like, I really wanted to end my life because, you know, it's because my grade was being bad. My grades were not up to par. And he was like, this way you could fix it. But yeah.
Okay.
Suicide ain't no joke.
Did you ever do this? Put your deepest secret?
Yeah, I would. It's kind of a form of releasing it. You know, not holding on to it.
All my friends are very smart. I came from a gifted program in middle school and ended up failing multiple classes in the past 3 years. I've managed to hide this from my parents. Only one person knows about my failed suicide attempts, stemming from my academic problems and the constant berating from my parents.
I'm really struggling to find my identity.
Wait, before we even go to like the next one, I feel like as far as like, you know, like grades and with like, you know, when you receive certain grades, your parents,
Mhm.
your parents really just, you can't be, you know, too hard on your kids because
Yeah.
you don't really know, like, you know, what at the end of the day, what they're going through, or like what you're saying can affect them. You know, like if I get a bad grade, instead of yelling at me and telling me, oh, why you not doing good, da da da, how about you sit me down and
Try to
tell
figure
me,
it
like,
out.
you know, like what's wrong, like,
Try to
what's
help
going
you.
on. Yeah.
Try to help you. You know, take extra steps like tutoring.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I feel like the issues is not that most parents, they just want to see you do good. I think that's the overall
They do.
goal of a parent. They just want to see you become successful.
But some parents overdo it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they overdo it.
But it's not even them overdoing it. It's also like, you know, them seeing it from their parents. You know, it's like a chain of events. Like if your
Mhm.
parents was hard on you, now it's like you're doing the same thing. But that doesn't mean for you to be hard on your kids at the end of the day. But yeah, the whole grade thing. Yeah, honestly, growing up, you know, I wasn't the smartest kid, but I
We
wasn't.
went through that a lot.
Yeah.
I went through that.
Yeah.
My best grades were in college. Isn't that crazy?
But it's crazy. Like, yeah, they make it hard. But my parents wasn't that hard. Like, they end up sending me to tutoring. But it was because I didn't want to pay attention. I just wanted to chill. It wasn't like I didn't know what I was doing, but I just was kind of being lazy. But yeah.
As though everyone around me already knows theirs. Almost like I'll never find who I really am.
Took
My
on
friends
mission.
all think that I'm happy 24/7, yet I am miserable every minute of every day. I feel like an outsider. I always make sure they are okay, yet no one asks me if I am.
Pause
I
that.
feel as the
I have a
You
lot-
could relate?
Yeah, I could relate because I have a coworker. I'm not gonna say their name, and they no longer work there. It's crazy, but I have a
Please
coworker.
don't make your story times too long because
I'm not.
we ain't got time for multiple story times.
It's not story
in this
time, but it
video.
just because I could relate to this. Like I had one coworker that like she was so happy. Like every day she came to work, like she was so happy, always laughing, always smiling. And I was the only person that she actually like, I don't want to say confided in, but like she kind of told me what was really going on. And she was battling something at home and at the workplace. I'm not trying to get into that because, you know.
That's her business.
But it was really like, you could see that a lot of people, even if you see them, are really happy and excited. They might be going through the worst. But that's why I say
Even
never
like-
judge book by its
Even
cover.
like with me personally, I used to tell you, like, you know, like, although I laugh a lot, I seem real goofy, and I'm always like laughing. Every time I was laughing, or people, you know, people would always tell me, "Oh my God, you laugh so much," or "You're always so happy." Every time I was so happy or laughing all the time doesn't mean I was actually just so happy. You know, people don't really, you know,
Can't judge a book by its cover.
they don't really show how they truly feel because you're not just gonna open up to any and everybody, you know.
I can't talk to my friends. They wouldn't understand, but they are the only people that I have.
I used to listen to my parents fight every day when they thought I was asleep.
Toxic household.
This made it hard for me to do things with my parents because I knew that they were fighting.
That's why I never want to
I
fight
grew up with both my
in
parents,
front of kids.
and I was always like embarrassed of that because a lot of the people that were in my school or my neighborhood didn't have both parents, but my parents fought a lot. I resented my father for his anger and his frustration. I resented my mother for being sick and all of our money going towards
Dumb stuff.
healthcare. And as
He
a family,
said
we don't
dumb
talk about
stuff.
often because it's not.
You can
You're like,
cut
this is
that out.
nobody's business what we're arguing about. We're good. We're a happy family. Look at all these pictures. Look at us. You know. But it does affect you. It does make it difficult.
I'm extremely self-conscious about my looks. There has been a time where I felt so ugly I considered ending my life because I thought if I wasn't pretty, there was no reason to be here.
Pause that.
This would have been my...
Yeah, I feel like a typical person would be like, yo, like, why are you taking it so deep that you're not pretty? You know what I mean? Typical people be like, it's not that serious. But,
It was probably due to bullying, I'm assuming.
but still, some people, I know majority of people be like, so? Like, it's okay, don't worry about people and what you think. But then again, that's why you gotta be sensitive towards those type of people because they take those
But I
situations.
feel like you won't understand unless you're in those shoes.
Yeah.
Because feeling ugly isn't. It's not. It's deeper.
That's what I'm
than,
saying.
You know.
So you gotta be sensitive with, you know, like I'm talking about as a person that, hey, let's say if somebody said that to you, you know, you got to be sensitive towards it compared to be like, it's not that serious.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Like, it's better if you try to.
Because a lot of people would probably say, "Oh, it's not that serious." Like, you know, like, what are you stressing over? But yeah.
True.
You know, insecurity is very serious. Yes, yeah.
Session 4 years ago. Not many people know, but I have attempted suicide 4 times in my life because of the mental health issues that I have struggled with and that I have dealt with in my life. And I'm so glad that none of my attempts were successful. I'm so happy that I'm here. Sometimes when you're in this headspace, you can be deaf to hearing people talk about who you are as a person because all you care about is your appearance and how you look. And it's easier said than done to say that you shouldn't focus on that, but it's true. And if you look at the people around you, people will believe that you're beautiful for who you are, and ending your life just is not the answer at all.
I was sexually molested by another classmate about 4 years ago, and I still can't find the courage to tell my parents. Even if this happened 4 years ago, I still feel guilty for everything that happened.
Why? No.
I mean, because you allowed it.
But you didn't allow it. It happened
I
to
guess
you.
you feel guilty for not saying anything compared to saying something. You know what I mean?
But she said, I still feel guilty for everything that happened. Like,
Yeah,
for
but-
it happening, not for not telling her parents.
You know, some people, that's how they appropriate, like, you know, their issues. They take the blame for everything. So it's deeper than that. I feel like it's more of a sort of psychological thing.
I feel like if anybody do anything to me, I'm snitching. Period. Like, if when I was in middle school, if you did something to me, I'm snitching. Straight up. Like, because I'm not about to just...
Allow you to do it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Like, you're getting in trouble. That's that. Period.
She was a snitch.
I was molested growing up, and so I know that there is a lot of shame that you can carry, but the longer that you hold that in and you don't talk to someone about that guilt and that shame, it's going to consume you. Even if you feel like you're managing it okay, it can turn into anxiety. It can haunt you in the night, and you have to talk to somebody about that. I know that there's a lot of fear, especially about being believed and how people
will react. And also leads to other problems.
But, like, I believe you, and it is not your fault.
Whenever my parents compared me to other kids because of how much better they are, I think of wanting to vanish or run away because they deserve a better child.
Could relate. The comparisons is crazy.
Yo.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at her situation. I'm just saying.
I should read this
We've
out
been
loud.
there.
Sorry. I bullied my transitioning best friend until he killed himself.
What?
After he died, I felt terrible. I couldn't sleep,
That's your best
couldn't
friend?
eat, and to this day, carry the burden
How's that your
of
best
his death on
And
my
you bullied
shoulders.
them.
I regret it, but I never told anyone.
Bro.
It started in 7th grade. I was bullied, extremely insecure, simply just not happy. I had been cutting, starving, whatever I could do to punish myself for being me. Reminds me of my past, way before I was even born. The doctors have told my parents that the child only has a 5% chance of survival, and throughout those surgeries, I ended up having so many scars all over my body. And
Wait,
told
the
me,
mom had
"Janice,
surgeries?
those are your battle scars. You know, they're beautiful, they're amazing.
The mom had
and you should be
surgeries.
proud
Not
of
her.
them." When I
She did.
went into kindergarten, went into elementary school, my first nickname was Broken Doll. Second one being Frankenstein's monster. Because of that, I became
little kids got no
bulimic
chill.
for a few
Like,
months. I
no
cut my
chill.
arm a few times. I just kept punishing myself. I kept on pressuring myself to be this perfect person, no matter the cost. I realized what I was doing was wrong. I realized that the image that my parents wanted me in my head of myself was broken and shattered and thrown away by myself. As my parents said, my scars are beautiful. I am beautiful. Everyone is made just exactly as they were meant to be.
True that.
There's other ways.
I got a question though.
What?
Have you ever been bullied?
Yeah, I have. I've been bullied in elementary school and middle school.
Anyway, like, why?
I just for being dark skinned, you know. But for me, I found everything funny. You know what I mean? I didn't really care. Like, I remember one time I got on the bus. It was early in the morning. You know when daylight savings comes on. Not comes on.
They said they couldn't see you?
Yeah, I got on the bus because, okay, basically.
It was dark outside?
Yeah, but I want to let people know. I was on the school bus, but this was back in Atlanta. You know, some people kind of make fun of people on the school buses in different states. This is go back to this. But basically, yeah, I was on the school bus, and it was early in the morning. One of my friends was like, "Where's Antony?" And I'm like, "I'm right here." And all you could see was my teeth.
So it was dark
and my
outside?
eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, all you could see my teeth and my eyes. And it was like, "Yo, we didn't even see you." I found it funny. Like, I was just laughing. And it was just like, it is what it is.
If you take it seriously, it depends on if you take it, like, it depends. I feel like if they trying to be funny or if they just constantly do it to try to hurt you.
Then I guess I wasn't really bullied because...
Because I could say I was bullied too. But then again, I didn't take it that seriously.
Yeah. That's I think what it is how you
or
take
depend. Yeah, I think it depends on how you take it, for sure.
Because I would say we would make fun of each other, but it wouldn't be like bullying. I guess like somebody trying to constantly do something to me, or like constantly trying to. If I was getting bullied, it was by girls. You know what I mean? But yeah, like girls would come at me. Like there was one specific girl. Every time she saw me, she would call me ugly. Every time she saw me, so like. I guess, yeah.
I mean, I guess that could be considered. I guess that's bullying.
That's all I could remember. Yeah, because as a kid, like, all I did was have fun. We went outside, play games.
I don't think I was really that. I don't know if I consider it bullying, but basically, I got bullied, I guess. For my forehead.
Oh.
You already know. My forehead, you know. Big forehead, gang, gang.
She said big forehead, gang, gang.
And, you know, when I was like a little brolic, I'm a little brolic.
Yeah, she is.
You can't tell.
She's brolic.
So
she's OD brolic. She could be.
You know, in middle school, people used to think that I used to work out. I used to lift weights in middle school. In middle school, yeah, and I would always beat all the boys in arm wrestling. So
so you were strong out there.
I was strong in middle school until we got older and I started losing because they was getting stronger. So yeah.
To be honest, before we start, and that's how we like. I feel like. We don't bully each other. We make fun of each other all the time. So like, even though she's like,
he takes it as making fun.
I do.
I take it as bullying.
Well, but she's always talking about how big her forehead is.
Yeah, it's one of my insecurities, but
forehead, not forehead, but forehead. How her forehead is. But I tell her like, babe, just embrace it. Like,
what was the forehead for? You trying to say?
Because it sounds mad ghetto, like.
You trying to say? Oh, okay. I think you're trying to say like how. Okay, never mind.
But anyways, talking about her forehead, yeah, it could be, you know, it's not. It could be.
Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm playing, you know, I love you, baby. But nah, I love her.
But honestly, I've pretty much, you know, embraced it at this point. Even though I am a little insecure about it still, but look.
I love kissing her forehead. I love kissing her forehead.
And I love forehead kisses. Can you see it?
Let's finish this.
Release any emotion or pain. I journal. I go on little adventures by myself. Listening to music, singing when no one's around. Crying is one of the biggest ones.
You release all that.
13 forever. Your relationship will change with your parents. Their relationship with themselves and with their own traumas will change and adapt. They're humans. They're superhuman.
Life changes.
Often to a fault.
When you get older, you start to realize
they
things.
Care about you. Try.
Being okay with who you are
is
the most important thing, and then feeling appreciated by those around you should come second. It shouldn't be first.
A lot of the people that seem like they have it all figured out probably don't. So just be patient with yourself and just keep doing things that you enjoy and discovering who you are, and know that it might take time and that you can go at your own pace. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. It's your journey. It's not anyone else's.
Thanks.
So my take on this video, I honestly feel like this should happen more, where people can write out how they feel and make it anonymous, So that way, you know, they don't feel like it's eating them up as much
You
compared
can
to
release it.
yeah.
You know.
But the key that I got to this whole thing, and I feel like everybody should do, is basically be happy with who you are. You know what I mean? And instead of looking at your weaknesses, look at all your strengths. Like, you know, look at what makes you happy or what do you do that's well. And, you know, and
that is
work
easier said than done, though. But it is hard. But
just try to look at more of the strengths than the
try
weaknesses.
to focus
Yeah.
on more of your strengths. Try to do more of your strengths. So if you're good at painting, like for example, like do more of that.
And also, I feel like that's a good one, but also realizing that nobody is flawless. Everybody has their flaws, even if it might not be physical, it might be mental, or, you know, whatever the case is. So realize, even if you have flaws, you're not the only one on this planet that has flaws.
Everybody has something that they're insecure about. Even if they say it, whether they say it or they don't, they have something. Like,
So
people can look at me and they think nothing.
Yeah.
But I got mine too, trust me.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just embrace yourself, and as long as you are more accepting of yourself and not allowing people, not waiting for people's acceptance, you'll be a lot happier. So
Definitely accept who you are.
yeah, just
It
embrace.
takes time though. I can say that. It takes time.
The key to this is staying
I'm
off
still
social media.
working on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not staying off of social media. It's really on who you're following on social media.
True. You're right.
I feel like some people make it seem like social media is all bad, but it's not. It just depends on who you're following and who you keep watching and stuff like that.
True. Because it's also a front too. Because I feel like a lot of people are posting, you know, they go in so many places, which I don't knock it. You're supposed to live your life and enjoy yourself. But then again, this is where it becomes kind of complicated, because it's like now you're watching it and it becomes envious. You're like, I wish I looked like this person.
This thing, I feel like people only show the good. So when you see people on social media, like, you know, showing what they have or what they do, just know that it's a lot more to their story than just what they show. Because people only show the good. I mean, who really wants to show the bad? Like, let's be real. Like, am I really gonna show my bad side?
A good example of what you said is like, for example, everybody loves to look at the flower, but they don't like to see where it came from, the dirt. You know what I mean? You see the dirt, it doesn't look all that nice, but you always like to see the finished product of the flower. It's like, oh my God, it's so amazing, but you didn't realize like how much time it took for it to grow, how much time it took, you know, maybe whatever it went through. So like, stop looking at the finished product, you know what I mean? Just start, you know, looking at the root of everything and just appreciating it, you know what I mean?
Appreciate
every
the
day.
growth.
Appreciate, number one, appreciate every day that you have on this planet. I feel like once you get to that level of appreciating it, patient also. We could talk a lot, guys, but
yeah, we're trying. Alright, might as well just end the video.
Well, thank you guys once again. It was a very interesting video.
Yeah, it was a little deeper than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I could say that. But thanks, guys.
But if you guys do have issues with any of these, you know, like suicidal thoughts or just any type of issues, there's resources out there. We probably link some below. And just, you know, try to reach out. You know what I mean? Like, try to find somebody. Don't think you're dealing with this alone, because you're never alone. So.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching our video, and see you in our next one.